Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to all of you. All had your lunch? Had your lunch? Was it tasty? Did you like it? Okay, I would like to request all the guests to please come forward and occupy the front seats. Is it possible? Is it possible? Please, yeah. Please make a move. I would request the sisters and brothers, those who are sitting at the back on my left, to please come forward and occupy the front seats. So from morning you people are listening and listening and listening. So this shows that you are very good listeners. So thank you very much for joining again in this evening session. I would like to start this session. I would like to invite our guest of this evening. Values and spirituality in education for the clean and healthy society. I would like to invite Sister Brahma Kumari Rajniakia. She is in charge of Brahma Kumari's Chelapura branch, to please come onto the dais. Rajyogini Rajni sister is into this knowledge, associated with this Brahma Kumari's organization from the past 31 years. Dedicated her life totally into the service of humanity, and she is in charge of Chelapura Old City branch. I would also like to welcome our guest Brahma Kumar Balakishore Garu, Vice President, Better Living Sears Technologies, Digital Wellness Coach, Hyderabad. So we shall have a round of applause, please. How shall we welcome our guest? With a big clap. I would request our Brahma Kumari sisters to please welcome our guest with Kanduva and plant. So you are aware of the topic which is going to be taken by Brother Balakishore Garu. The topic is digital detox. I would like to tell you something about our Balakishore Bhai. Balakishore Bhai is shortly named as Bala Bhai. Bala Bhai is both a student for life and a student of life. Did you catch me? He is a student for life and a student of life. As a student for life, he did his master's in computer science in 1995, management degree from Manchester Business School as a British Evening Scholar in 2002. Got executive coach certification from International Coach Federation in 2013. And diploma in Vedic Sciences in 2019, and currently he is pursuing his PhD in Digital Wellness from IIT Mandi. As a student of life, he shares his experiences and also his insights as a coach, as a very good counselor, as a meditation teacher, and organizer of becoming better retreats by working as a VP, the Vice President, at Better Living at Sears Technologies. He's a very well-known, renowned speaker. So without taking any time, So now we are going to listen to Brother Balkishore Bhai. Over to Bala Bhai on the topic digital detox.
Om Shanti and good afternoon. Om Shanti and good afternoon. That's better. Now once again, Om Shanti and good afternoon. Very good. Usually I am given post-lunch sessions like this because I don't allow the audience to sleep. So let's start. Keep your bags aside and stand up. All of you. Yeah, keep your pens, papers, books, mobiles aside and please stand up. Okay, ready? Now listen to the instructions, very simple instructions. You are going to say what I say and do what I do. Instructions clear? So what are the instructions? Say what I say and do what I do. Okay, we'll do a demo. So if I say this front, what should you do? Front, yeah, you say what I say and then do, okay? So you say it. Front, up, side, front, down, front, up, front, down. Very good. You don't have to say that. Now the next instruction. You are going to say what I say, but the do of opposite of what I do. Okay? So you have to pay attention. I know you had lunch, but I know you also can pay attention. You are going to say what I say, but do the opposite of what I do. Is that okay? You want a demo or no? You want a demo? Okay. Front. Say what I say. What is the instruction? Say what I say and do the opposite of what I do. So when I am saying front, say what I say, do the opposite of what I do. Again, pay attention. What should you say? Say what I say. What should you say? Front. And what should you do? Front. You're going to say what I say. Front. Up. Down. Front. Decide. Say what I say. Front. And do the opposite of what I do, okay? Up. Areva. Down. Up. Now the next one. You are going to say the opposite of what I say, but do what I do. Okay, you want a demo? You ready? So what's the instruction? Say what I say the opposite of what I say and do what I do. Okay? Front. Up. Front. Down. Front. Up. Front. Down. Very good. Talia. Sit down. Okay. You're with me now? Good. So just remember these two questions. You don't have to answer me now. Who is the master, you or your mobile? Okay? No, you don't have to answer me. Just keep it for yourself. We'll explore. So what as teachers, educators, you have not been able to do to the students, that's what the mobile has done. Well, I'm hoping that none of you is like this, but the chances are less. So what is the single most important skill we need in current times, according to you? We'll give you the slide deck, so you don't have to click any of these photos. Keep your mobile aside and just have fun. We'll share the whole slide deck and the video. So what is the most important skill we all need? Because you're all educators and some students also. So what is the skill that we need in today's times? Anyone? Communication, good. Next. Listening, good. Next. Confidence, good. Next. Attention. Whether it is for listening, whether it is for learning, whether it is for communication, what you need is attention. Because if I don't pay attention, I won't be able to do any of these activities. Do you agree with that? And it is because of lack of attention, a lot of mental health issues and the physical health issues are the result of we not being able to pay attention to attention. Is there any school or college or university that you are aware of or you attended who teach a course on attention? Did you attend a session, any subject on attention? That's the saddest part. In post-independence education, we completely removed all the knowledge related to our mind. But we all know, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho, bandhaya vishayasaktam muktyai nirvishayam smritam. That means whether it is happiness or sorrow, bondage or freedom, we experience because of our own mind. When this mind is stuck in things, then it is unhappiness. When it moves beyond these things, then we experience that happiness. That ability to control the mind is what we don't teach. Do we teach? That's the sad part. And what is that leading to? And that is what is leading to lot of the issues in today's times, both with respect to students, professionals, even stay-at-home retired people, all of them are going through this. So their condition can be summarized into these 3 M's. Can you guess what those 3 M's are? Each one starts with an M. The current times can be summarized with those 3 M's. Money, I was expecting, but it's not money because we are at Brahma Kumaris. So you can choose the other 3 M's. Memory, okay. Where does memory come from? Very good. So one M is mind. The other one? Meditation. Very good. The other one is meditation. What is today's topic about? Mobile. Very good. So those are the 3 M's. Mobile, mind and meditation. Now what is the relationship? Mobile destabilizes your mind and meditation stabilizes your mind. That is the difference. What does mobile do? It destabilizes the mind. Yes or no? With constant distraction. And meditation stabilizes the mind. That is the relationship between mobile, mind and meditation. Now let me ask you two simple questions. You just had lunch. So how many of you had 3 gulab jamuns? Can you raise your hand? 3 gulab jamuns? Okay, 3 gulab jamuns? Fantastic. Give him a big clap, please. Very good, sir. But otherwise, once we have something, we typically say, not for today or I will have it tomorrow, whether it is sweet or whatever amount of food that we are going to eat, because we typically check our calories, yes or no. Now my question to you is, how many digital calories do you consume on a daily basis? Have you tried to check that? How many digital calories? Because these are also calories we are consuming. And do you know what is happening to your brain and body due to these digital calories? Right? So 1800. I think you are reducing it by half or a third. Anyway. And why is it we have to talk about these digital calories? Because when we talk about physical calories, we know that they add weight, we become overweight, we become obese, and we start getting all sorts of lifestyle diseases. But these digital calories, they also have an impact. If you have a notebook and a pen, please make a note. Digital calories distract your mind and weaken your brain. Digital calories, they distract your mind and weaken your brain. That is why mobiles have become so dangerous, or all the digital gadgets. Because every time you use a digital gadget, you are consuming digital calories. And every time you are consuming digital calories, this is what they are doing to your mind and to your brain. They distract your mind and they weaken your brain. And what kind of digital calories are we literally swimming in the world out here? Netflix has 150,000 hours of content. And if you are going to watch 4 hours per day, 7 days a week, without any weekend break, you will need 100 years to complete all the movies. How many years? 100 years. Amazon Prime has 26,000 movies and 2,700 plus TV shows, and each TV show having more than 10 episodes. 50 plus streaming services, and I did not even include all your favorite games, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I didn't even include those. Now these are the kinds of digital calories that we are swimming in. Now you understand the relationship between mobile, mind and meditation. Why we are getting so constantly distracted, and why the students are getting so constantly distracted. Now, what is the impact of these digital calories on brain and thinking? Just feel the surface on which you are seated. You don't even have to touch it. Just feel the chair. How warm or cold it is, how tough or soft it is. You are able to feel it? Just feel it. You don't even have to touch it. Now, you are sitting there for the last 10 or 15 minutes. As soon as I asked you to pay attention to that sensory experience of touch, you felt it. Now listen to the hissing sound of AC. You're able to listen to that? You're able to hear that? Now it's there for the last half an hour. But as soon as you paid attention, it became your experience. That's why we say brain is a fantastic filter and attention is its gate. Whatever you pay attention to, that is what becomes your experience. And each one of us is a product of our attention. So if we don't know how to pay attention, then you can imagine what kind of people we are becoming. Because wherever my attention goes, energy flows. And wherever energy flows, life grows, whether it is positive or negative. You agree with that? Wherever my attention goes, that is where energy flows. And wherever energy flows, life grows. Now, who or what is impacting this attention? Can you guess? Who is impacting the attention? Right? Mobile and many other distractions. Now, when you are focused on a particular task, okay, suppose say you are reading something or you are preparing a report, you receive a phone call, you attend the phone call and you come back to writing the report. Will you be able to get back your focus immediately or will it take some time? All of us have experienced that. It takes some time, all of us. Now that is how brain works. Every time I perform an attentional switch. What is that? When I switch my attention from one task to next, a portion of my energy gets wasted in performing that attentional switch. Write down those two words, attentional switch. Every time I unnecessarily switch my attention, a portion of my brain's energy gets wasted. And that is what we call as brain's switching penalty. It's a fine we are paying. Now ask yourself, in a livelong day, how many times do you unnecessarily switch your attention for all these? And every time you switch your attention, a portion of your energy is getting wasted in repaying the brain switching penalty. All of you must have experienced on some days, you keep getting distracted so much that at the end of the day, you feel completely exhausted, but nothing would have got done when you look back, yes or no? This is the reason. Because all our energy is getting wasted in performing the brain switching penalty. Now let me explain what this means in much more simpler terms. Suppose you want to cook some rice, okay? You put the rice grain inside the cooker, add water, put it on the gas stove. Every time you receive a notification, switch off the flame. Switch off the flame. Attend to the notification. Come back and switch on the flame. Will it take longer or shorter? Longer or shorter? Will it cook well or will it get spoiled? It will get spoiled. Because for the food to cook, you need continuous flame. Attention is that flame which is helping us accomplish things in our life. Every time you are unnecessarily checking your mobile, you are switching off that flame. When you switch off the flame, what happens? It takes longer for the food to cook, yes or no? Similarly, every time you switch off your attention and switch your attention to something else, you are taking a lot longer to complete the same task. So both your efficiency and effectiveness, both are getting impacted because you are continuously performing those unnecessary attentional switches. And when we extend this to work or it is study, amount of time spent multiplied by intensity of focus. Now we can measure the time, but the focus we don't. If I am sitting in front of my books for 8 hours with only 25% focus, how many hours worth of study would I have completed? 8 hours, 25% focus. Fantastic, 2 hours. We are all familiar with that? We sat in front of our books for 8 hours. But 75% of the time my mind is distracted. Now, if I increase the focus by another 25%, that 2 hours will become 4 hours. That means within the same period of time, when I improve my attention, when I improve my focus, I can do double the amount of work. Isn't that interesting? Whether in schools, whether in colleges, whether in offices, what we need today, you can write it down, distraction-free workplace or a distraction-free classroom. Because it is that distraction that is literally halving my performance. When I remove the distraction, it becomes double for the same amount of time. Same 8 hours, but with 50% attention, the amount of work that I do increases not from 2 hours, it becomes 4 hours. And why is this so important? Because attention is like oxygen to the mind. Less oxygen, less energy, less work. More oxygen, more energy, more work. So where is your attention? That is what you need to keep checking. And that attention is what getting impacted by the digital gadgets. And why do we need to pay attention to attention? Let's take a simple example. Assume this is a glass, okay? Now there are some flowers here, and let me try and do this. Now, if this is glass, okay, and if I keep doing this, what's happening? What's happening? Can I use it? Can I use it? As long as I keep shaking the glass? If I have to use this bottle or the glass, it needs to be stable. Yes? If it is not stable, what is happening? The liquid won't stay. If that liquid is my knowledge, if this bottle is my brain, this hand is my mind. Every time I am distracting my mind, what am I doing to my brain? I'm shaking it, correct? And then what is happening? Is the brain able to withhold the knowledge, or it is not there? It's going out, right? If I have to use it, it needs to be stable. So unless my mind is stable, I won't be able to utilize my brain. Very important equation. Stabilize your mind to utilize your brain, irrespective of the age of the students, whether teachers, students, professionals, for all of us, this equation applies. Stabilize your mind to utilize your brain, and that's what meditation does. So meditation is not for somebody who is already retired. No, meditation is for all of us. Do all of us need to use our brains or not? Or none of us uses any brain? We use, correct? So if you are going to use the brain, it needs to be, your mind should be stable. And if you want to have a stable mind, you must learn to practice meditation. Now you see the relationship. Because without a stable mind, brain does not get into what we call as a learning mode. When you stabilize your mind, brain becomes like a sponge to take in the knowledge. But when the mind is distracted, you are continuously trying to disturb your mind, your brain is also shaking. When it is shaking, it can't hold anything. When it can't hold, you can't absorb. When you can't absorb, you can't learn. Have you observed in your own classes, all of you are teachers and lecturers and professors, a student who is constantly distracted, when you ask a question, do they answer? Do they know the answer? Because nothing is going inside. That is why it is so important that we teach them how to stabilize their mind. And today I want to suggest a simple exercise to all of you, which you can do starting Monday in each of your classes. Are you ready? It's a very simple exercise. At the beginning of your class, either you sit there on your chair or stand in front of the class and ask them to do 90 seconds deep breathing. Is it possible? Just breathe. As you breathe in, do you want to do it now? Let's do that. Sit straight. Sit straight. Keep your pens and papers aside. Have your back well supported. Both feet firmly on the ground. Don't fold your arms, don't fold your legs. And just watch. When I breathe in, my stomach muscles expand. And when I breathe out, my stomach muscles contract. I am not breathing from my chest. If you observe, most of us breathe from our chest, which is shallow. But we should start breathing from our stomach. Shall we do that? Yeah, you can sit straight. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable that way. And take a deep breath. Breathe deeply and slowly. As you breathe in, observe the muscles of your stomach expand. As you breathe out, observe the muscles of your stomach contract. Breathe slowly and deeply. As you breathe in, observe the muscles of your stomach expand. As you breathe out, observe the muscles of your stomach contract. Breathe slowly and deeply. Let go of any tension in any part of your body and relax yourself. Gently rub your palms and wipe your eyes. And gently open your eyes. You feel better? Now this is very simple 90 seconds relaxation which will help improve focus. Now there's a reason. When you do deep breathing, your brain activates parasympathetic nervous system, and that is what relaxes us. And when your mind is relaxed, your focus improves. Yes or no? So with 90 seconds, you are able to help the students to regain focus. How many of you want to start doing this Monday morning in the beginning of your class? Fantastic. Please do it. Your students will love it. Because this is the best way for you to help them improve focus in just 90 seconds. And the reason why we are talking about attention and relaxation is, when my mind is relaxed, my brain is sending an all okay signal to the body. What is the signal it is sending? All okay, sab theek hai. When my mind is not okay, brain is sending a not okay signal. What signal? Not okay signal. And that's where, when I am anxious, when I am afraid, when I am angry, how do you feel? You feel good? We don't feel good even internally, because dis-ease here becomes disease here. That is how mind, brain and body are connected. So when you start stabilizing your mind, when you start relaxing, when you start practicing meditation, that impact is felt even inside the body. And there is a whole new area, if those of you are interested, you might want to explore. This is called as field of mind-body medicine. How mind impacts body. And the simple principle is this. So now you see, when my mind is constantly distracted, when I am not able to focus, when I am not relaxed, how would you feel with respect to your body? That is why so many mental health and physical health issues. Now I'm going to introduce you to one property of the brain switching penalty. And now we will learn about another important property of the brain called neuroplasticity. Okay? So plasticity comes from the Greek word called plastikos. It means that which is flexible. Now neuroplasticity means brain's ability to change its physical structure in response to our actions. In simple terms, this is what neuroplasticity is. That is a slice of your brain, assume, with neurons inside, and that is before learning. And the same brain, slice of brain, this is what happens after learning. What is the difference? What is the difference? There are more connections and there are more neurons. This is exactly how learning happens. Whenever we learn something new, that learning gets represented in the form of neural circuits inside the brain. Until those neural circuits are formed, we can't say we have learnt something. That is why any subject, when you start learning, is it easy or difficult? It's difficult. As you keep repeating, it becomes easy or difficult? It becomes easier and easier, because that energy is getting transferred into creation of these neural circuits. So the simple principle is, the more attention I pay to repeat a task, the stronger the neural circuits. You want to repeat? Repeat after me. The more attention I pay to repeat a task, the stronger the neural circuits. Yeah, speak up. You can, because repetition is the best way. You are creating new neural circuits now. So speak up, no problem. And stronger the neural circuits, easier the task becomes. Very good. Stronger the neural circuits, the longer I will remember. So this ability of the brain to change its physical structure whenever I repeat something is called neuroplasticity. And if you have a brain, all of us have fun. Don't worry. Sometimes you might forget, but I assure you, all of us have fun. So if you have a brain, you have neuroplasticity. That means all of us have this God-given capability to become a better version of ourselves. So neuroplasticity gives us that capability. So the more you repeat something, the easier it becomes. And that's why, ask your brain to worry, it becomes better at worrying. You must have seen that. Ask your brain to concentrate, it becomes better at concentrating. You just have to repeat it a few times. And brain is value neutral, whether it is positive or negative. Anything you repeat, it makes it easier. That's why I call brain as a wonderful Tathastu machine. What do you call that? Tathastu machine. Every day, I want to watch 2 hours of web series before I sleep. What will your brain say? Tathastu. I will not listen to what my teacher is saying. I will continuously play with my mobile. What will your brain say? Tathastu. But if you say, I want to focus, I want to wake up early, I want to repeat my lessons, what will your brain say? Tathastu. So whatever we are repeating, brain makes it easier. And that is the power of neuroplasticity. And that is how habits form, and that is how addictions form. And that's where it brings us to another important aspect of these digital gadgets. All the digital gadgets that we are using are addictive. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, every digital gadget is addictive. Now you might want to think about this, very, very important. Mobiles impact exact same areas of the brain that are impacted by drugs like cocaine, fentanyl, heroin. Whichever areas of your brain are impacted by the drugs, the same areas are impacted by the mobiles. Let that sink in. That is why so much addiction amongst the kids that you see. They are not able to give up the mobile because poor things, they are not aware. This is what they are doing to their brains. How many of you have seen kids who don't want to eat without a mobile? Without giving a mobile or an iPad, they won't eat. We have all seen that in our families. Now you know the reason. These are like drug withdrawal symptoms. These are mobile withdrawal symptoms. Because mobiles impact exactly same areas of the brain that are impacted by drugs. So if you are spending so much time with your mobile, it means you are an addict already. If you have a social media app on your mobile, you are already a digital addict. You might not like it, but that's the truth. 2023, last year in Orissa, driver and assistant, both of them were watching cricket. And that is the result. That is a cost of distraction. South Korean teenagers, they wear diapers while playing games because if they take a break and go to bathroom, they will lose points. And they don't want to lose points. So that's how they play hours together. And today we have internet de-addiction centers in almost all the big towns in India and even in the world. Because there are kids who are spending 14 to 15 hours in front of their screen. And they are losing their mental balance. They are literally becoming mad. And they are not able to think for themselves. And the parents had to pull them and put them literally in the middle of the jungle, what you are seeing in the picture, where there is no Wi-Fi. And they have to get, like drug de-addiction, internet de-addiction is a recognized psychiatric disorder. Yes, it is happening. And as a digital wellness coach, I do get a lot of these complaints after they have reached advanced stage. They are not able to sleep, they are not able to eat, they are not able to focus, they are not able to study, they are not able to do their work, and then they come running to me. And when I ask them, the most common thing is they spend 14 to 15 hours in front of their screen. And this neuroplasticity is very, very powerful when we are young. What it means is the number of times I need to repeat a task to master it is less when we are young compared with as we grow up. Is that your experience? Because as we age, we can learn, but we need to repeat more times. And because digital gadgets are addictive and neuroplasticity is powerful, now do you see why our kids are getting addicted to mobile so young? Club these two. Because property of neuroplasticity is to make things easier the more you repeat. So the more you access mobile, the more they want to access. And that becomes a downward spiral. And who introduced mobiles to our kids? We introduced. Yes or no? That is why when I see unsuspecting parents, when they give the mobile, which started from COVID, yaar de do na yaar. CEO का कॉल है 1 घंटा बैठेगा ना मैं कॉल पूरा करूंगा I'll finish my cooking just give that mobile give it and that is what made them addictive and I don't know to laugh or cry when I see unsuspecting and ignorant parents celebrating my 3-year-old kid can use YouTube. Is that to celebrate? Is there anything to be happy about? Because that is what you're doing to their brains. And the time they are supposed to spend with people, with books, with toys, they are spending with screens. And that is completely ruining them. And if we don't wake up and if we don't help them, we will lose our next generation. We are already losing. That's an 18-month-old kid in Indonesia. 18 mahine ka ladka. 18 nella pillavadu. His dad was an Indonesian laborer who was a smoker. He introduced smoking to his kid. Less than 2 months, the kid started smoking 40 cigarettes a day. 40 cigarettes a day, 18-month-old kid. And the Indonesian government had to pull the kid out. Now that's the power of neuroplasticity. And imagine what 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours of mobile is doing to each one of your own kids in your own families. Before PUBG got banned, that's from 2019. This kid is from Hyderabad, 19-year-old, college-going student. He would play PUBG from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., sleep for 3 hours, go to college as if nothing happened. In less than 2 months, he developed brain clots. If brain gets clotted in the brain, blood gets clotted in the brain, you will get paralysis. And if it gets clotted in the heart, you get heart attack. You all know that. So that fellows, he got paralyzed waist down. Because he developed blood clots, unheard of for a 19-year-old kid. And 2 months, for nearly 2 to 3 months, doctors struggled to, make him right. But they couldn't, and he died. That is the power of neuroplasticity. And that is the power of digital calories. So please don't underestimate. 13-year-old mobile addict, she wanted to kill her mother. Because mother said, don't use the mobile. This fellow went ahead and killed his father because father was not allowing him to play PUBG. Imagine what is happening inside their brain. And remember, The time we spend with screens as children, it goes on to influence how we interact with the world for the rest of our lives. That is why today's children are becoming more and more emotionally fragile. They are not strong enough because they spend so much amount of time in front of their screens. And I'll be blunt because honesty is seldom sweet. I see schools asking their kids or the students to start learning from their iPads and mobiles. Please, please, please don't do that. Please switch back to normal books. Do not ask your students to go surf on internet. Do not ask your students to read from the screens. As teachers, as principals, as professors, you need to bring about that change. We are literally destroying our students' future by making them to read from the screens. This is what we are doing to our kids, to the next generation. Don't do that. Please reverse, go back to books. And in a minute I'll explain why. Because the more time you spend with the screens, the more your brain gets impacted, and that impacts how you grow up. The sooner we realize about the social media, the better. किस कुत्ते की दुम कितनी टेढ़ी है, मुझे जान के क्या करना है? कौन किसके साथ भाग गया, मुझे जान के क्या करना है? Now, what is social media? It's built about someone else, right? It's nothing about you. And see the amount of time and energy you're wasting in knowing about others whose lives you cannot influence anyway. And see this. The more time you spend on Facebook, the higher the chances of you getting depressed. And interestingly, this was the study that was commissioned by Facebook itself. And Facebook itself found out that using their own platform, people are getting depressed. And I'll share the website where you can read about all these. And the decreased attention span leading to blue tick anxiety. Does anyone know what is a blue tick anxiety here? Yeah, what is that? Exactly. When you send a message and it doesn't turn blue, you become anxious. Oh, what happened? What happened? 10 seconds ho gaya. Blue nahi hua, 10 seconds ho gaya. And after blue, if the person doesn't respond, 5 seconds ho gaya. I know she has seen, I know, this is blue. Come on. What kind of people have we become? And some of you are old enough where there was no privacy. You used to write in those 15 paise postcard and post it, and we would wait patiently for the letter to arrive. And I don't know how many of you have, at least I still have the letters which my uncles and aunts used to write me, because those I treasure now. Right? In those days we used to wait, but now we are not even able to wait for 10 seconds. And increased social media usage linked with lower self-esteem. When you start comparing, when you start contrasting, you lose your happiness. One of my team members, he was going to Kashmir. So after he came back from Kashmir, I asked him, did you enjoy? He said, what enjoyment, Bala? My wife took me so that I could take care of the kids because she wanted to take photos of exactly those spots which our neighbor got. And she had to upload on the Facebook. And she had to upload with the better spots. Otherwise, her position will be lesser than my neighbor. So that is what my wife was busy in. No, that's what we got reduced to. You don't go to a place to enjoy. You go to a place to take photos and upload and count the number of likes. And these are the ones, you know, what I call them? Digital Bhikhari. Digital Bichagaal anamata. Like kar do, bell icon daba do, subscribe karo. Idante enti digital bicham anamata. Digital Bhikhari hai, ye de do, wo de do, like de do, comment de do, subscribe kar do. What have we become? An increased mobile usage linked with higher rates of depression and suicide among teenagers. You see that. From the time social media started getting available on mobile, 2009, see the increase in the suicide rates. Just in one country. And non-fatal self-harm, see the increase. You can clearly see from the time mobiles have started providing the social media, see the increase. And in India, there is 10 times more increase, not 10%, 10 times more increase in mental health issues from the time the mobile data's price got slashed. Please write this and share this with your family members. And daily, at least once, repeat it. Social media is electronic cocaine. If you are spending time on social media every single day, you are also consuming electronic cocaine. And another very interesting difference, if we attend a long, boring meeting in the school or college or a class, when we want to relax, what is the first thing we do? You are waiting for the doctor's appointment. You are waiting on the grocery store. What is the first thing you do? You pull the mobile. Yes or no? यार बहुत थक गई, थोड़ा relax हो जाती हूँ, and then you pull your mobile. Now, that 2 minutes become 20 minutes, 20 minutes becomes 2 hours. At the end of surfing 2 hours of Facebook or Insta Reels, do you feel energetic? Do you say, 2 घंटा अच्छा enjoy किया, अभी 4 घंटा काम करूँगे? Do you say that? Or do you feel exhausted? Do you feel empty inside? Do you feel frustrated? You know the reason? This is the difference. We have completely misunderstood relaxation and stimulation, because relaxation means think less, think slow. What is relaxation? Yeah, you can repeat. And stimulation means think different, think more. This is the biggest mistake we are making. That is why for 2 hours, even if you watch relaxation videos on YouTube, you will still get exhausted. Interesting. 2 hours you are watching relaxation videos, but you will still get exhausted because you are stimulating your brain. Because a constantly stimulated brain is a weak brain. So if you want to relax, I'll give you a very simple equation, simple mantra. Okay? Wherever there is a screen, it is stimulation, irrespective of the size of the screen. Itna ho, itna ho, itna ho, any screen is stimulation. Relaxation means non-screen activity. Taking up your hobbies, spending time with your family members, going on a walk, painting, knitting, cooking, anything. Now, can I keep watching YouTube while I do the cooking? Is that relaxation or stimulation? I'll leave that as an assignment for you. So, any screen-based activity is stimulation. It is not relaxation. Now, ask yourself, okay? You can close your eyes from morning till night. Just close your eyes. Just rewind your own day from morning till night. How much time do you actually relax without any screens? You don't have to rationalize, you don't have to blame yourself, just check. Okay, you can open your eyes. So do you see every time you want to relax how you go towards your mobile? How much this wrong wiring has gone inside? And there is not a single part of our body that is not impacted by the mobile radiation. Every single part of our human body is impacted by mobile radiation. And how many of you feel you have started sleeping late after you started using mobiles? All of us. Now I'll tell you the reason why. As it starts getting dark outside, brain releases a sleep hormone called melatonin. What is the hormone? Melatonin. Because melatonin relaxes my body and then allows me to sleep. But when I keep staring at the screen, whether it is big screen or small screen, the blue component or the blue frequency of that white light, of the screen light, it tricks my brain and then says, abhi raat hui nahi hai, aish karo. So the secretion of melatonin gets delayed and hence the sleep onset also gets delayed. And that is impacting people's lives big time because people are not getting enough sleep. As students, as adults, we need at least 7 to 8 hours of proper deep sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, that is giving rise to a lot more diseases. Now, this is the impact. You can just go through. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of proper sleep, this is what we are doing to our body. So not a single organ of our body is left without getting impacted due to sleeplessness. A constantly stimulated brain is a weak and stressed brain. And the reason why we don't understand this is because distraction is slow destruction. It is destroying us slowly and steadily. And these are some of the new M diseases. These are actual diseases, I'm not kidding. Like anxiety, you have ringxiety now. What is that? Ringxiety. What it means is, it is a false sensation of receiving a text message, where I will constantly keep checking. मुझे लगता है कि मुझे कुछ आया है, आता कुछ नहीं है, but I keep checking. You know, like one of my friends said, we checking our mobile constantly is like a new parent checking the diaper of their kid. होता कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी check कर लेते हैं. So that is ringxiety. Every few minutes you have to check. Textiety, anxiety of receiving and responding immediately to text messages. I'm not making these things up. These are recognized psychiatric disorders. Nomophobia. People have this fear of losing their mobile that they actually tie it to their body. I'm not kidding. They have these mobile cases which they put the mobile on their chest, नहीं तो उनको नींद नहीं आता है. Okay, now I can sleep because my mobile is with me. And now there are companies that are creating iPhone cases, just the wooden iPhone case, exact size of the iPhone which can be put inside the pocket. Without that, people are not able to sleep. Yes. Phantom vibration, pseudo sensation that mobile phone is ringing. It will not ring, but we feel it is ringing. I had one of my team members. Her finger used to shake after 6 minutes. Okay, until 6 minutes, it will remain stable. From the 6th minute onwards, if she does not touch the screen of her iPhone, it will start shaking. So in any meeting, she silently pulls the mobile out and touches the screen. So that for the next 6 minutes, the finger will remain stable. I'm not joking, I'm not making these things up. This is what we have done to our mind and brain. And that is how, remember that picture, mind, brain and body. And that is how the body is responding. Now you might be asking, Bala, are you suggesting that we should throw our mobile? No, I'm not. Anything in excess is bad. Atirupena vaisita, atigarvena ravanaha, atidanam balirdatva, ati sarvatra varjayet. It is the beauty of Sita that did her in. Because if Sita was like Shurpanaka, Ravana would not have come after her. Yes or no? Right? Ati garvena Ravanaha. Ravana was very educated, but his arrogance did him in. Bali Chakravarti. Too much of dan, anything in excess, ati sarvatra varjayet. So that is why we must learn to become responsible digital gadget users. Not, but that is very difficult because mobiles are inherently addictive. Please remember that. And that's from Chanakya Niti, if anyone is interested in referring. And now research shows there is a need for us to include digital silence into our life. We must allow our brain to relax. All of you have your cars and scooters at home or a mixie at home. For 24 hours, if I continuously keep using the mixie, what will happen? What will happen? It will get spoiled, smoke will come out, and then it will stop working. Now for 24 hours, even in dreams, we are using our mind. We are using our brain. Are we giving any rest? When you go back to screen, you are stimulating. You're not giving rest. We saw that. And that's why I call meditation as mind maintenance. What is meditation? Because all your scooters and cars you will give for maintenance, yes or no? Now, if you go to the servicing center, tell the servicing guy, भाई मैं बहुत busy हूँ, मैं गाड़ी चलाते रहूँगी, आप सर्विस करते रहना. What will he say? What will he say? He'll say, sir, या तो आप पागल है या तो मैं पागल हूँ, मैं जानता हूँ मैं पागल नहीं हूँ. He will say that or not? Because you have to stop the vehicle, take it to a servicing center for the servicing to happen. So that's why I call Brahma Kumari's meditation centers as mind servicing centers. You stop, you go, get your mind serviced so that it can run longer. Because there is no mind servicing, there are so many mental health issues. And this is what research shows. When you perform meditation, when you do nature walks, when you take mental breaks, they increase productivity, replenish attention, solidify memories, encourage creativity. There's a lot of benefit that mental downtime gives to our brain and to our body. That mind servicing is needed. Like physical hygiene, today we have digital hygiene. Do not keep your mobile on dining table. Very bad habit. When was the last time you disinfected your mobile? Because a few years ago, one of my doctor friends, he came to me and said, Bala, I'm getting a lot of these complaints from some of your IT professionals with stomach complaints, but I can't figure out why they are having so many stomach upsets. And then later he figured out because they use the mobile and with the same hand they are eating without washing their hands. This was pre-COVID times. And then when he suggested this digital hygiene, all their stomach related complaints vanished. Disinfect your mobile regularly. Do not carry your mobile into the bathroom. Very bad habit. Because according to Ayurveda, two things are essential for our health: assimilation and elimination. And both of them need attention. That's why you must have heard your mother or grandmother tell you, when you are eating, focus on eating. Yes or no? Don't get distracted. Don't switch on television. Don't look at your mobile. Because your attention needs to be on your eating. And there's a reason, there's science behind it. Okay, because whatever actions we do as a part of our culture, there's a lot of reasoning behind it. I'll tell you, when your mind is focused on eating, your brain sends a signal to your stomach saying, eating is important to Bala, start releasing the digestive juices. But when I keep getting distracted and keep watching my mobile or television, my brain sends a signal to my stomach saying, Bala screen is more important than eating, why bother, just stay there. So don't release any digestive juices. Exactly. That is what you're doing to your stomach because you're not paying attention when you're eating. Because you switch on the television, you look at your laptop and what we call as working lunch. These are all stupid things because they are impacting our health. Focus. When you are eating, eat. Right? When you are eliminating the stuff from your body, just focus on that. Because if that elimination doesn't happen, then also we get diseases. Mobile should be kept at least 10 feet away from you while you're sleeping. How many of you sleep with your mobile beside you? Wrong. Very, very dangerous. Keep them 10 feet away. And I know most of you must be using it as an alarm clock. Don't. While going home today, buy one. The last time I checked, 220 rupees is what an ORPAT alarm clock costs. Okay? And the 220 rupees is much better than the thousands you have to spend for your brain scans. So you decide which one you want. So never use mobile phone as alarm clock. Do not use mobile as your alarm clock. Do not touch your mobile at least for 1 hour after you wake up and 2 hours before you sleep. How many of you want to do that starting today? 2 hours before you sleep, 1 hour after you wake up. Fantastic. I know for most of us, even before we open our eyes with Mobile Devi's darshan. And we close our eyes after Mobile Devi's darshan. Please understand, वो Mobile Devi नहीं है, वो Mobile Rakshasi है. Okay, for 1 hour, don't touch your mobile after you wake up. That's why in our culture, they ask us to do puja. They ask us to do some activity which infuses something positive in our mind. But when you start with your mobile, you are spoiling your whole day. And the same thing before you sleep. You already saw the impact of sleeplessness, and keep mobiles away from your kids. I really like, just this week I was reading, Australian Prime Minister has made it compulsory that until 16 years of age, kids will not be allowed to get onto social media. Fantastic. I think we should do the same thing even here in India. Because when you don't get license to drive a car, when you can't consume alcohol until the age of 18, when you can't get married, how can you use social media? Because that also would need some kind of age limit. And the ways to unplug. So if you are really interested in your own digital detoxification, toxic means poison. So these digital calories have become so poisonous. Now we started clubbing digital and toxic together. That's why we call it digital detox. And this is the best way. If they need you, they will call you. Otherwise, there is no texting. Waste of time. Where are you? How are you? Are you eating? Are you? This is all stupid nonsense. Anyone sends me a text, I tell them, I'm not going to respond. You need something, call me. Otherwise, I will respond after 2 hours. Because that's the time. I use to focus and do something, and then for a few minutes, check my text messages if I have to respond, even the chat. So don't waste your time, and incorporate digital silence into your daily routine. No mobiles, no screens. At least 2 hours of your time should be there with digital silence. Switch off all notifications. You can do that now. Because notifications are chief wreckers of our attention. And you saw how when my attention is disturbed, how my mind, brain, body are getting impacted. You can do that now. And if you are not able to do it, then you are going through the same mobile withdrawal symptoms we discussed. So if you are strong enough, pull out your mobile, switch off all your notifications. You don't need any of them. And when you need it, you can switch it on and then switch off again. Do not put your mobile near your head when you sleep. Have screen-free breakfast, lunch and dinner. Starting today, how many of you would want to have screen-free breakfast, lunch and dinner? No screens, no television, no mobile in your home. I see many mothers and fathers here. If you implement, then your kids will follow. Will you do that? Screen-free breakfast, lunch and dinner. Avoid using mobile for non-essential activities. Once a week, do mobile fasting. How many of you want to do that? Tomorrow is Sunday. I'm just reminding. Because fasting has anti-cancer properties. Mobile upavasam. For 24 hours, you're not going to touch mobile. You will spend time with books. You will spend time with your kids, with your family members. Possible? How many of you want to try that tomorrow? Raise your hands. Lamba hath khada karo. Yeah, raise your hands. Make a promise so that you will be able to do it. And don't worry, nobody will miss you. You are not so important. I'll tell you. You can advertise that tomorrow you are going to do fasting because this some stupid fellow called Bala suggested, and now they are asking at home to do this. Now I am not going to be available. On Monday you open your mobile, you will not receive a single message because you are not so important. Nobody will miss you, don't worry. Okay, take care of your health. Start doing mobile fasting. Uninstall all social media apps. Otherwise, I told you, you are already a digital media addict. If you are having social media apps on your mobile. If you can't, use a really long password. That means you say, I will not use my Facebook for more than 10 minutes. That's your password. And every time you open your app, you should check in that password. Two things will happen. Either you will uninstall Facebook or you will change your password. It depends on you. No late night binge watching. And be merciless with your mobile. Mobile ke prati rehem dil mat bano. Premaga danni ento aapyayanga chuskokandi. Akkada padesi ellandi. When you are eating, leave it in your living room. When you are meeting, leave it at your desk. You don't have to take care of it so much that always you have to keep it in your pocket. So don't show so much mercy towards your mobile. Okay, just throw it there. And if you are interested, you can download the slide deck from this website and you can read a lot of the content. For the last 10 years, as a part of Brahma Kumari's digital wellness team, we have been maintaining this website to increase the awareness about digital wellness and digital detoxification, you can share this and show this video. There's a recorded session on this website with all your students and your staff and your family members. And there's a lot more content that I placed on my personal website, balakishore.in. That's another place that you will find some good content in. It's very easy to remember, digitalwellness.in and balakishore.in. Now, as a part of our digital wellness initiative, what we call as Dwell, we have even created a 30-hour 2-credit university level course and developed this textbook, which can be used to learn about principles of digital wellness at schools and colleges. If any one of you is interested, you can contact the organizers, they'll give you the details. And the number of institutes that have adopted digital wellness and have introduced digital wellness as an elective in the universities: Anna University in Tamil Nadu, D.Y. Patil Group of Institutions in Pune, Vishweshwaraya National Institute of Technology, VNIT Nagpur, IIIT Nagpur. These are all the institutes where Brahmakumari's digital wellness team is teaching digital wellness as a subject for the students. So if any one of you is from universities or colleges and you are interested, you can contact the organizers and we can help teach this subject to your students. And if you are interested in learning, we can also train you in this subject and we won't charge you because we do this as community service. That's the summary. We started with those 2 questions. What were the 2 questions? Who is the master, you or your mobile? So I'm just asking you to remember. Can you please read that aloud? Again. Again. Thank you.
Did anybody get sleep? Of course, isn't it? Balabai didn't allow us to sleep. And he has really awakened us from the misuse of mobile phones, isn't it? So from today itself, we are going to practice many steps, which the list of the brother mentioned, that anxiety, textiety, lot many things, isn't it? So shall we promise in front of Balabai that we are going to avoid our mobile phones? And tomorrow is our Upvas, isn't it? Tomorrow Upvas is there? Which Upvas? Mobile Upvas, really? Really, can we stay? Can we stay afar from this mobile just for 1 hour? Brother is requesting us to stay for 1 day. Can we stay for 1 hour at least? So we need to practice for our own upliftment, for our own well-being. And we do welcome to you people to come to our meditation centers to practice meditation. So thank you very much. Shall we have a round of applause for brother? Shall we appreciate him? Thank you. Thanks a lot, brother, for a very wonderful session. Very informative, very wonderful, very acknowledging and very, very focusing one. Very nice. And now is the time to do some meditation. We have our sister, senior sister, Sister Rajni, who is a meditation practitioner, Raj Yogi. She has been practicing this Raj Yoga meditation from past 31 years. Actually, she is a regular faculty in BDL, Ordnance Factory, and also delivered lectures in government departments of Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh, Asian Paints, private sectors, colleges, schools, etc. She can cover topics related to spirituality, stress-free living, overcoming anger, positive thinking, values in education, values in life, self-management, stress management, leadership skills, Raj Yoga meditation, etc. And also can speak on any topic of spiritual interest. She gave many talks on ETV, Telugu and Ma TV also. Yeah. Question? Yeah. You're welcome, ma'am.
Happy afternoon, sir. How to address the mobile addiction in school-going children? Please pass.
Come over here.
If schools can simply ban mobiles on their premises,
Okay.
very simple, because you are not obliged to allow mobiles. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You are supposed to come to school and study. And there are many schools which have actually started implementing. You will not be allowed to carry mobiles into the classroom. If you want to use mobile, you will be out. As schools, when we start implementing it, then students are forced to sit in the class.
Of course, sir, we don't allow them inside the classrooms. I
Yes.
mean, inside the school.
Very good.
No mobiles inside the school.
Yes.
But we keep getting lot of inputs from the parents that children spend lot of time after going home.
Yes, yes. So the first thing that we need to do is first educate the parents. First educate the parents, not about the kids. Because when parents start spending time with the kids,
True.
then kids don't have to go to their mobiles. Parents need to first agree. And when they create that kind of environment at home, I know many of my friends, they have mobile zones at home. There's only one corner. If you receive a call, you go to that corner and speak. And they will not allow mobiles in the dining table, inside the kitchen, inside the bedroom. Only mobiles and laptops should be there in the living room. And there is family time in the evenings. No mobiles. You have to put them in silence, keep them aside, because this is family time. So when parents start implementing these kind of disciplines and they themselves uninstall social media apps from their mobiles, then kids will start changing. Until then, I don't think we can bring about a change in the kids. These awareness programs in schools and these lifestyle changes in our families, they are very, very essential if we want to help our kids. I'm sorry, I'm not giving any shortcut, because there is no shortcut.
In case we want any sessions for our parents,
Yes,
how to
you can
approach?
contact the organizers, they can arrange the sessions here. Yes.
Okay.
Because we
Here
have
or
trained
in the
faculty.
school?
No, in the school also.
Okay.
Our teachers can come to the school and then deliver these sessions. But the most important thing is, once you listen to it, if you can come up with these kind of disciplines, like I was mentioning, do not mandate using any iPads, or don't send assignments on WhatsApp. Don't expect students to check their emails and other stuff. Let's go back to the old school thinking. And that is the biggest change we can bring about to make students move away from the screens.
Yes, sir, we are already into it. Like, we are asking them to note it down in the diaries.
Correct.
But still they say that, like, whenever there is a PTM, whenever a parent comes up, like, the parent always says that, like, he or she spends lot of time.
And this is
It
the
depends,
reason.
varies from family to family. That is
Correct.
definitely there.
Correct.
But they want us to do something. They want to, they feel that we have a magic wand.
I know. No, it's actually an and, it's not an or. When parents and teachers, when they reinforce the same message at home and at school, slowly students will start understanding. Because as teachers, you are doing the same thing. As parents, they are doing the same thing at home. Then the chances of the students or the kids having an excuse reduces. That's why when any parents contact me about their kid, I tell them, don't tell your kid. Get all your kids' friends and then show this video and then have a conversation. And when your kids' friends appreciate, your kid will automatically change. Because you can't focus only on your kid. It needs to be a community effort. Whether it's in your gated community, whether it is in your school, class, when you do it together with the parents and kids together, then that peer pressure won't be there. Otherwise, if one parent is ignorant and they are allowing, that example is given by all the other students. See, he is doing, she is doing, they are allowing, why are you not allowing?
True.
But as parent, when you do your next parent-teachers meeting, if you can give them these insights and then take a pledge that all of them together will help their kids, then the amount of stress or pressure you have as teachers will drastically reduce.
Okay. We don't even give any projects online, no online projects also.
Very good.
In spite of all that, like we keep hearing
This is
all
the
these
change.
things.
This is the change that needs to happen.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bala sir, thank you for your valuable information. So one question is very important. Actually, most of the schools are using now digital. So how can we avoid? Actually, to certain percent, if we can do that, it will be high.
As I said, I'll give you an example why when you go, maybe we will try to provide those books as we move forward. There's a section in that which talks about difference between digital reading and print reading. Any serious reading you want to do, you must do from books. You should not do from screens. Because on screens, there are so many more distractions. And when you distract, you saw the example.
I think the most distraction is started from the school now.
Exactly.
Now, the present scenario,
Exactly. That
the
is why,
contemporary period.
yes.
These children
Starting
are now
from the
adapted.
school. No, that is one of the things which I asked all of you, if you remember, at the beginning of my session itself. Let go of these screens. Go back to books. Because unless you make that switch, people or the students will not be able to focus. Like take an example, your book is there, you are holding a book. When it reaches the end, you know that is the end of the book.
Yes.
What is the last video on YouTube? Anyone? What is the last post on Facebook? What is the last reel on Instagram? That question itself is meaningless, right? Because they removed what we call as end cue.
Yeah.
End cue means there is no end to it. It's like a bottomless pit. So every time you use a screen, the chances of the kid getting distracted and not studying is increasing. I'll give a simple example, real life example. One of my friends, she is a medical college professor. 150 MBBS graduates. In her college, they wrote MD exam. How many students do you think passed their MD exam? Can you guess? Pick a number. Pick a number. Out of 150, how many would have passed their MD exam? Only one person. And the difference is, she was the only one who studied from the books old style by sitting in the library. All others, they were looking at their screens in their room and nobody passed.
So one last question, sir. Sir, how can we at least reduce the child after coming from the school, after seeing all the digital, or even going to the other friends and homes and all seeing the scene? What precautions at least we can take?
As I was just mentioning, first thing, buy a jammer.
Buy a?
Jammer.
Okay.
Keep it in your home. It hardly costs 2,000 rupees. But you should not tell your kid. So you are going to switch on the jammer.
Okay.
Wi-Fi will be on, but the jammer will also be on. So they are connected to Wi-Fi, but nothing goes out. Okay, for those 2 or 3 hours,
Yes.
you switch that off, switch that on, switch on the jammer. So even if they want, they will not get. In no corner is it possible. And as a family, come up with digital disciplines.
Even parents also watching.
Exactly. It's most important that first you change if you want your kid to change.
It's not me, it's my parents, my children's grandparents, and they will also
Whoever. It's important that we have these digital disciplines and we help engage them positively. Because if we don't work hard,
Yes.
as you are seeing and as you saw.
Is there any videos which we can show to my parents or my children which will be helpful for them?
Yeah, digitalwellness.in website.
Yeah.
You can actually gather all of them. Tomorrow is a Sunday.
Yeah.
On your big screen, you can watch this, you can make notes, and you can conduct a workshop. So that together as a family, you will try to come up with some rules which all of you will follow.
So my simple advice is, if possible, can you advise to the government There is most of what
we
of
are
scenario
doing-
is happening in society is completely
Yes,
different.
yes.
The picture in the schools is happening completely different.
Yes.
You can put up a word, because what a common man tells to the government may not be appropriate, but on a stage like you who can put a point to the government,
Yes.
it could be helpful for the
We
lot
are-
of the
we
people
are
in
in
the
the
society.
process.
Or conduct one seminar and call to the IT minister and all these things, and if you can do this, it will be very better for the society, I
We
think.
are in the process, sir. I already met the joint secretary of UGC.
Yeah.
And he was very appreciative of the efforts, and he himself said, if you can start training more trainers, any university in whole of India, 1160 universities we have, he gave a blank check to Brahma Kumaris saying, wherever your Brahma Kumaris are ready to teach this subject, he will give approval. So it's already happening.
Thank you very
But
much, sir.
Thanks
Thank you
for your
very much. Thank you
suggestion.
very much.
Thank you.
Shanti, thank you very much. And now is the time to do some meditation, few minutes of meditation. Yeah, I know that everybody is getting late and your tea and snacks are placed at the entrance. So everybody has to take their tea and snacks. And two more announcements are there, that you must have liked this campus, Serene campus, Shanti Sarovar. There is a residential retreat on 23rd and 24th of December, this month, December. So those folders also will be placed at the entrance. So you please collect those things. And then if you're interested, please join the retreat also. And now is the time to please concentrate on ourselves and the Supreme. Please take some time, only 5 minutes. So I welcome Sister Rajni sister to please take us into meditation.
Om Shanti. So, digital detox is much more important. We all came to know about this few minutes ago. So, in meditation, if we want to really have true relaxation and true stability of mind, stable state of mind, we all have to bring back our consciousness and attention from external world, physical gadgets, physical world, and worldly relations and all. So for a few minutes, we have to just bring our attention onto the self. So only self, and relax ourselves physically as well as mentally, and then only we'll be able to concentrate and stabilize our mind on our own selves and connect with the Supreme, who is Almighty. To receive His energy, we all have to connect mentally with the Almighty. Only then we will be able to receive the might of the Almighty, and we can really overcome all sorts of addictions only when we have inner strength, inner power, that is willpower, the mind's power. So we have to really make our mind and the consciousness very strong and very powerful. For that, few minutes every day, we have to take time to bring back to the self, bring back the consciousness to the self, like distract or remove the consciousness from the external world, the physical world, the relations, the bodily things and all, and concentrate on the inner self. So that is the conscious entity, that which is preparing the digital gadgets, inventing, and those who are controlling the whole world are not that physical human beings, but the conscious energy which is there inside the physical body. That is what we call in spirituality as a soul, the spirit, Atma. And that is the soul is controlling the physical body as well as taking care of all the responsibilities outside in this world. So we have to empower the soul, to empower and relax the mind, and for that meditation is very much essential. So in meditation, First of all, we go inside. 3 steps we take. We go inside, that is consciousness on to the spiritual self, the life energy, the consciousness which is controlling the whole physical body, the soul, which stays in the center of the forehead as a point of shining light, which is invisible, but that's controlling the whole physical body. And through this physical body, we are looking after all our responsibilities. That is going inside. And then going upwards. Upwards is connecting the soul inside in the center of the forehead, connecting the soul with the Supreme, who stays far away, above, beyond this world, who is also point of light, but Almighty authority. So we have to just focus our attention on the Almighty. That is taking our consciousness upwards and then outwards. Inwards, upwards, and outwards. Outwards is receive the energy from the Almighty and then spread that energy, the spiritual energy, the peace, happiness, spiritual bliss externally outside into the world. That is what is spirituality and Raj Yoga meditation. So we practice now for a few moments how to go inside. I'll be giving nice suggestions, nice thoughts to you. You have to just sit straight and be alert. Just focus attention on the self. Just relax your physical body muscles. The whole body feel relaxed, and all the muscles of the body are very light. Try to feel the lightness within your physical body. All the organs of the physical body are fully relaxed, very light. There's no heaviness, no tightness anywhere in your physical body. The body is very light. And now bring your attention onto your mind. Relax your mind. Try to feel the calmness, the quietness, the serenity within the mind. Your mind is very much relaxed, calm and peaceful. The state of mind is very light. And in this peaceful state of mind, visualize, try to feel a tiny shining point of light in the center of your forehead. This point of light, the soul, the life energy, is controlling your whole physical body, which is completely detached from the physical body and the physical world. I am this life energy, the shining point of light, full of purity, the clean point of light, the soul. I am peaceful point of light, powerful, shining divine light, very calm, very peaceful and energetic. Try to feel the calm, peaceful, powerful state of the soul, the point of light. And from here, I spread peaceful vibrations around me, making the whole atmosphere outside very calm and peaceful. And within this peace, there is unlimited power. I am a powerful being, a powerful point of light, the shining divine point in the center of my forehead. And now I remember, I connect myself with my Supreme Almighty, who is far above from this physical world, beyond physical sun, moon and stars, far beyond the sky. There's a beautiful world, spiritual world, which is filled with golden red light, divine light, which is filled with unlimited peace, the peaceful abode. There stays the Almighty, who is also a point of light, the Supreme, the Creator of the whole universe. He is Almighty, an ocean of all divine values like peace, happiness, divinity, purity, and bliss. From the supreme point of light, the rays of unlimited peace, unlimited happiness, unlimited power emerge out and spread all around the silence world. And as a soul, the point of light, I remember the Almighty. I receive His mighty rays. I accept, I receive all might from the Almighty. Experience myself most powerful internally. I receive peace from the Almighty, the peaceful vibrations. Make myself filled with unlimited peace. I am peaceful, the child of Almighty Authority. I am powerful, the soul, the child of Supreme Almighty. I am blissful as the Supreme Creator is ocean of bliss. I am pure as a child of the purity, ocean of purity, the Almighty. I feel within me unlimited peace, purity, power and bliss. I bring my consciousness from this spiritual world to the physical world. And as a shining point of light, I spread the peaceful vibration onto the globe, outwards into the atmosphere of this physical world. And these spiritual vibrations of peace, bliss, power spreads throughout the globe, touch each and every soul of the world, each and every human being on the globe, makes every human being peaceful and powerful, pure, these peaceful vibrations cleanses the whole globe, the whole world and the 5 elements. That's how I spread spiritual vibrations throughout the world. Now, within my physical body, in the center of my forehead, I feel myself very powerful, empowered. I can take up all the responsibilities without any sort of tension and stress. I can manage myself, overcome all sorts of addictions. I can detox myself from digital gadgets. Also, make others feel confident to bring out of all sorts of addictions. Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you very much, sister, for taking us into the ocean of divinity, the ocean of peace. Thank you very much. A small announcement. The feedback forms which have been given to you, please return back at the door of the auditorium. Please fill in those feedback forms and please return it back. And Telugu Yog Shivar, the Telugu Residential Retreat Program, which is there on 23rd and 24th of this month, November. Details are available in the lobby at the registration counter in the entrance of the auditorium. And now is the time to thank our Divine Brother with a blessing card and Prashad Tuli. Thank you very much, Brother, for a very fantastic and knowledgeful session, Digital Detox. Thank you very much. So all of you may be feeling thirsty of chai, isn't it? Tea. So tea is there at the entrance as well as snacks also. Please take and please try to participate in the Shivar, the Raj Yoga Shivar, which is there on 23rd and 24th of this month. For any details, please contact our lobby. Om Shanti. I thank each and everybody